we are going to learn about Standard 10, Subject Sanskrit and the 6th chapter by the name Caste Khanda. Now the word caste means a wood and khanda means a piece. So the translation of the title is a piece of wood. Now let me see the introduction part of the lesson. In old age education system in India, valicity of preceptor and disciple was great of importance, as it was in a tradition that a student had to reside in Gurukula for his studies, and so both of them had a chance to stay together for whole day. Now here they are telling us about the ancient education system, that during the ancient education system, student and teacher used to reside together in ashram in Gurukul. So they used to spend more time with each other. They are spending whole day and night with each other. So this was the tradition, ancient Indian tradition of education system. Now further they are telling us that Guru used to preach the pupil at any time, at any place. So as we know that teacher and students used to reside together in ashram. So teacher and students are spending more time with each other full day and night. So Guru, the teacher, used to preach the pupil at any time, at any place. As a result, a student used to get a chance to acquire knowledge, sometimes naturally or sometimes suddenly. Now, when both of them are living together, so they are getting time to learn the things suddenly or naturally. Sometimes suddenly and sometimes naturally, both of them are taking and giving knowledge. So today also this tradition has been preserved in Gurukulas and Pathshalas, following age-old methods of teaching and learning of Sanskrit. One of such incident is presented in this lesson. Guru, while moving on the bank of the river Ganga with his disciple, suddenly watches a piece of wood floating on water in the river. Now further they are telling us that till today many of the places are there where this tradition is going on of teaching and learning, where Gurukulas and Pathshalas are there. And further they are telling us that here in this particular lesson, Guru and student, they are moving on the bank of river Ganga, they are wandering on the bank of river Ganga, and suddenly teacher has seen piece of wood floating on the river water. At once, Guru's sharp intellect mind becomes active to impart very significant knowledge to his disciple. Now when a teacher has seen a piece of wood floating on the river water, and he thinks that from this also I can preach to my student, I can give knowledge to my student, to my disciple. The knowledge preached by Guru to his disciple at that time and place is very applicable even today. So during that time, whatever knowledge is given by the teacher to the student is still applicable even today. Floating is an inherent property of a wood. Fortunately, it has reached to a river meeting the sea. Floating, to float on a water, it is the inherent property of a wood. And fortunately, when a wood is floating on a river water, it is going to meet to sea. So naturally this piece of wood is lucky enough to reach the sea. So in short, this piece of wood is going to meet the sea because all the rivers ends at the sea. A treasure of jewels, and as we know that sea is a treasure of jewels. But learned Guru can see even obstacle in this path obtained through luck by chance. Pointing out these obstacles, Guru informed to his disciple that if the piece of wood keeps protecting itself from these obstacles, then only it can reach to the sea, otherwise not. Now, when teacher has seen the wood which is floating on the river water, He thinks that from here also, from this also, I can preach to my student, I can give knowledge to my student. And further he says that to float on a river water is the inherent property of a wood. Wood always floats on a river water. So this is the inherent property of a wood. But and this wood is going to meet the sea. As we know that ultimately all the rivers going to meet the sea. So with this river water, this wood is also going to meet the sea. But during the journey, many obstacles will occur in the path to meet the sea. And if the wood, piece of wood is facing all these obstacles, then it can reach to the ocean or a sea, otherwise not. Here, Guru has used beautiful metaphor by imaging a man as a piece of wood. Now here, Guru has used imagination metaphor for a piece of wood. Actually, they have shown us piece of wood, but they want to say to human beings, they want to preach to human beings, they want to give message to human beings. So ultimately they have used a piece of wood as a metaphor over here, and thus preached his disciple in a very simple way. So the teacher is preaching disciple in a very simple way. Guru preaches that a man who saves himself from four kinds of obstacles arising in his life can only have the chance to reach the ocean of happiness. As they have used metaphor, a piece of wood, they want to say us that a piece of wood can reach to meet or can reach to the sea, the ocean of jewels. It can reach to the sea only and only if it can face four obstacles. Likewise, we human beings are also living in this world which is in a form of ocean. We human beings are living in this world which is in a form of ocean. If we want to live in this world happily, then we also have to face four obstacles, and if we come out from this four obstacles, if we face this four obstacles, then we can also reach at the ocean of happiness, means in this world we can live happily. So as a piece of wood have to face the four obstacles, in the same manner human beings also have to face the four obstacles during their life, and if they can come out from that obstacle, then only they have chance to reach the ocean of happiness. Here our introduction part is over. Let me see the lesson in detail. गंगा तीरे एकः गुरुः शिष्येण सह वर्तमान आसीत्. Ganga Tire. Ganga is the name of a river, and Tir means a bank of river Ganga. Ekah Guruha. Ekah means one and Guruha means teacher. Shishyena Sah. Shishya means disciple or student. Saha means with. Vartamanah Asit. Vartamanah Asit means was wandering. So Ganga Tire, at the bank of river Ganga. Ganga Tire means at the bank of river Ganga. At the bank of river Ganga, Ekah Guru. Ekah means one and Guru means teacher. Shishyena Saha. See, the word Saha means with and Shishyena means disciple. So Shishyena Saha, with disciple. Vartaman Ashit. bank of river Ganga, one teacher is wandering with his disciple. Once upon a time, at the bank of river Ganga, once upon a time at the bank of river Ganga, one teacher was wandering with his disciple. Further this is स जलप्रवाहेण नियमान कंचनं काष्ठखंडं दर्शयन् शिष्यं आह. स means he, jalapravahena, jala means water and pravah means flow of water. So jalapravah means the current of water or the flow of water. Niyamanam means being taken away. Kanchanam means some of or someone. Kastkhandam means we have already seen. Kast means wood and khanda means piece. A piece of wood. Kastkhandam. Darshan means is seen. Shishyam ah. Shishyam means to the disciple and ah means says to the disciple. Ayam jalapravahena sah samudram prapyasi. Ayam means this. Jalapravahena sah. Jalapravah means water, the flow of water. Sah with the flow of water. Samudram prapyasi. Samudram means ocean and prapyasi means will reach. Parantu means but. Gamana marge. Gamana means on the way. Gamana marg means way and gaman means going on. So on the way. Tire sanlagnata. Tire means at the bank of river, right? River bank. We can say river bank as a tir. And sanlagnata means joining to the river bank. Bharadikena. Bhar plus adik. Here we can see bhar plus adik. Bharadikena with the heavy burden. Jale nimagnata. Jale means water and nimagnata means sinking in the river water due to heavy burden. Avartapatata means whirlpool, falling into whirlpool. And nadi jala viyogascheti. Here we can see sandhi. Nadi plus jalaha plus viyoga plus cha plus iti. Nadi jala viyoga cha iti. And separation from the river water. Chatvaro means four. Vidnaha means difficulty or obstacles. Na bhaveyu means may not be. Tada eva means then only. Tada eva means then only we can reach at the ocean. Now here in this particular line they wants to say us that after seeing the piece of wood floating in the river water, the teacher, the guru says to the student, to the disciple that listen, that this piece of wood is going to meet the ocean. It is going to reach at the ocean, but on the way of going into ocean, he have to face four obstacles, four difficulties, like to join at the bank of river. Second one, that sinking due to heavy burden. Third one, falling into whirlpool. And fourth one, that separation from the river water. And if it can face this four difficulties, four obstacles, then only it can reach to meet the ocean. Now one by one, let me see the words with its meaning. Sa means it. Jalapravahena. Jala means water and pravah means flow. So by the current of water. taken away, being taken away, niyamani, being taken away, kanchan, someone. Then cast khandam. Cast khandam, we have already seen this word. Means a piece of wood. A piece of wood. Kanchan cast khandam. Darshanam. Seeing. Shishyam mahas. Here we can see the sandhi shishyam plus aha. Shishyam maha. Shishyam plus aha. Says to the disciple. Says to disciple. Shishyamaha. Ayam jal pravahen sah. Jal pravahen, the water, by the current of water. Sah means with. Samudram. Samudram means ocean. Ocean or sea. Prapyasi. Prapyasi means will reach. Prapyasi, parantu, but gaman marge. Gaman marge means on the way. गमन मार्गे तीरे संलग्नता. तीरे संलग्नता means joining to the bank of river. Joining. Then varadikena. Varadikena nimagnata. निमग्नता, जले निमग्नता. Due to heavy burden. Jale means in the water and nimagnata means sinking. Sinking, right? Sinking in the river water. Dhara dikena due to heavy burden, and jale means in water, and nimagnata means sinking. What do they are telling? Avarta padata. Avarta padata. Avarta padata means falling into whirlpool. Falling into whirlpool. And nadi jala viyogas cheti. Here we can see the sandhi nadi jala viyoga plus cha iti means separation from the river water. Nadi means water, river, jal means water, and viyog means separation. Separation from the river water. Separation from the river water. And chatvaro. Chatvaro means will not be, and tada eva. Then only. Now here we have seen in the very first line, at the bank of river Ganga, one teacher and was wandering with his disciple. At the bank of river Ganga, one teacher is wandering with his disciple. Further, they are telling us that the teacher has seen that a piece of wood is floating on a river water. The piece of wood is floating on a river water, and by seeing this, the teacher thinks that I can preach from this also to my student. I can give knowledge from this also to my student, and he says that, see, this piece of wood is going to meet the ocean, the sea. But on the way of going, we have to face 4 obstacles. Like first obstacle is joining of river. Second one is sinking due to the heavy burden. Third one is separation from the river water, and fourth one is falling into whirlpool. And if he face the piece of wood, if the piece of wood will face these 4 obstacles, then only it can reach to meet the ocean. Now you may note down these words in your notebook. Now let me see the second paragraph, in which they are telling us that Guru Agre Upadeshati Sishyam. Guru Ragre. Here you can see this sandhi Guruha plus Agre. The preceptor further, and the translation of the word is the preceptor further Upadeshati. Upadeshati means preaches Shishya to the disciple, to the student. Now further they say that Guru Ragre in this particular word sandhi is that Guruha plus Agre. Agre means further, right? So the preceptor further, translation of the word the preceptor, and further the preceptor further Upadeshati. Upadeshati means preaches. The preceptor further preaches Shishya to the disciple. Now the further preceptor preaches to the disciple. Vayam sarve manavaha api kasta khanda eva. As we know that the wood is taken as a metaphor over here. So he says that, the preceptor says that Vayam sarve manavaha. Vayam means we all. Sarve. Sarve means all. Manavaha. Manavaha means human beings. We all human beings. Api. Api means also. Kasta khanda ivaha. Kasta khanda means as a piece of wood. We all human beings are just like a piece of wood. Vayam sarve. Vayam means we. Sarve all. Manavaha means human being. Kasta khanda eva. Kasta khanda eva. Like a piece of wood. We all human beings are like a piece of wood. The teacher has seen a piece of wood floating on the river water, and from this he thinks that I can give knowledge to my student. And then he says that the preceptor further says that we all human beings are like a piece of wood. We all human beings are just like a piece of wood. Asmakam jivanameva nadiha. Asmakam means our jivanam. Jivanam means life. Nadi. Nadi means a river. Our life is like a river. Asmakam means our. Jivanam plus evam means like life. Nadi means river. Our life is like a river. Our life is just like a river. Asmakam jivanam eva nadiha. Our life is like a river. Parivara pravaha rupa. Parivara means what? Family, and pravaha rupa means is just like a flow of a river. So pravaha rupa parivara. Family and pravaha. In a form of flow. In a form of flow. Pravaha rupa. Further they say is that tatra sneha rupam jalam vahati. Tatra means there and sneha rupam means in the form of love or affection. Jalam vahati. Jalam means water and vahati means flow. Right? Tatra means there. Sneha rupam. Sneha rupam means affection or love. Jalam means water and vahati means flow. Now here in this particular paragraph, the author wants to compare a piece of wood with a human being's life, and as they have used piece of wood as a metaphor, so they are using both the piece of wood comparing with a human being. That human being is like a piece of wood and our life is like a river. Our whole life is like a river. As we know that river flows continuously, it is going on. Likewise our life is also moving, it is going on, it is flowing. So they have taken a life as a symbol, as a river. Our life is like a river. As river flows, it is moving, it is going on. Likewise our life is also moving, is going on, right? So our life is like a river. What does this is that parivara pravaha rupa, and the flow of river is what? So family. Our family is the flow of that river. What does this is? Tatra sneha rupam jalam vahati. Tatra means there, in that river. In that river, the water is flowing. The water is flowing in the form of affection or love. The water of the river is in the form of affection or a love. स्वकीय परिवारे जीवनम जीवन्तः. स्वकीय परिवारे जीवनम जीवन्तः. काष्ठरूपा वयं सुखपूर्णं संसार समुद्रम अवश्यं प्राप्तुं शक्नुमः यदि चत्वारो विघ्ना न भवन्ति. Now स्वकीय परिवारे, in our own family. स्वकीय परिवारे, in our own family. जीवनम जीवन्तः. जीवनम means life and जीवन्तः means to live. काष्ठरूपा वयं, we are in the form of a wood. काष्ठरूपा वयं, we are in the form of a wood. सुखपूर्णम, सुखपूर्णम means happily. संसार समुद्रम, संसार रूपम samudram means the ocean which is in the form of world. Sansar samudram, ocean in the form of world. Avashyam praptum saknu. Avashyam means definitely. Praptum means to get, to reach. Saknu means able. Yadi chatvaro vidna na bhavanti. Yadi means if. Chatvaro means 4. Vidnaha means obstacle. Na bhavanti Na bhavanti means will not happen. So in this last line they wants to say us that we all human beings are living in our own family, and we are as in a form of piece of wood, and as piece of wood have to face the four obstacles to reach the ocean. Likewise, we human beings also have to face four kind of difficulties or obstacles, and if we come out from these four type of difficulties, then only we can reach to the ocean of happiness, which is in a form of this world. We human beings can reach to the ocean of happiness, which is in a form of world. This world they have taken as a ocean. The metaphor is used ocean for the world, that this world is as a ocean. So let me see the word meaning. Further they want to see us that स्वकीय परिवार in own family, स्वकीय परिवारे in our family, vayam, kashrupa vayam means we all, and kashrupa means in the form of wood, right? Sukhpunam means happily. Happily. Sukhpunam, sansara samudram, sansara rupam samudram. Sansar means world, rupam means in the form, and samudra means ocean. So sansar rupam in the form of world, samudram. Sansara rupam samudram, see in the form of world. Avashyam praptum, avashyam means sure. Definitely or sure. Praptum means to get. Sansara rupam samudram, praptum. To get, praptum, saknum means able. We are able to reach the ocean of happiness, which is in the form of world. Yadi means if. Chatvaro means four. Vidnaha, obstacle or difficulty. Na bhavanti, if will not happen. Now further we can see that जीवने कीदृशाः विघ्नाः भवन्ति इति शिष्यम् अपृच्छत्. जीवने means in a life. कीदृशा means how many or which. विघ्नाः means difficulties. भवन्ति means took place. शिष्यम means student. अपृच्छत् means asked. Now see in this particular stanza, the teacher preaches students that if we face the obstacle in our life, then only we can reach the ocean of happiness, which is in the form of world. But we have to face first of all that four difficulties, and we have to come out from that four difficulties. Then the teacher has told, and the student says that how which kind of difficulties are there in our life, or what kind of difficulties are there in our life. This is the question which is asked by a student to teacher. So you may note down these words in your notebook. And remaining lesson we will see in the next video of the same chapter by the name Caste Khanda. And in this video we have seen that on the bank of river Ganga, one teacher and students was wandering, and during that time teacher has seen one piece of wood is floating on a river water, and by seeing the piece of wood, teacher thinks that from this also I can teach my student, I can give knowledge to my student, and he says that this piece of wood is going to reach at the sea, but on the way he have to face 4 obstacles, and he says obstacle like joining, sinking due to heavy burden, falling into water, and fourth one is separation from the river water. And if the piece of wood is facing this 4 difficulty, then only it can reach to the ocean. Likewise, we human beings are also living in his life, and we also have to face the obstacle in this world. Further, the preceptor preaches to the student that we all human beings are in a form of piece of wood. Further he says, our life is like a river. Our life is like a river. As river is flowing, our life is also moving, is going on. Parivara Snehrupa means our family is a flow of that river. And further they says that, and the affection and love is the water of our river. If in our own family we have to live our life happily, and if we have to reach the ocean of happiness which is in the form of world, then we have to face the 4 obstacles. If we do not have to face 4 obstacles, we will not face the 4 obstacles, then we cannot reach at the ocean of happiness which is in the form of world. Then the student is asking the question that what kind of difficulties are there in the life of a human beings? What kind of difficulties are there in the life of human beings? Up to here we have learned in this particular video. Now remaining thing we will learn in the next video of the same chapter, Caste Khanda. You may note down these words